Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that's going to change lives. President Trump has just approved a massive $3,000 stimulus payment for Social Security recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, and low-income seniors. This is the news we've all been waiting for, and I'm here to break down every single detail you need to know. But before we dive deep into this game-changing announcement, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with the latest stimulus news and financial updates that matter to you. The July stimulus package has finally received the green light, and it's bigger than what many expected. You might be wondering, how will this affect me? Or when will I receive my payment? Don't worry, I'm going to answer all your questions in this comprehensive breakdown. This new stimulus approval comes at a crucial time when millions of Americans are still struggling with rising inflation and increasing living costs. Let's start with the basics of this groundbreaking announcement. The $3,000 payment will be distributed to eligible recipients starting in July, targeting some of our most vulnerable citizens, Social Security beneficiaries, SSDI recipients, and low-income seniors. But here's what makes this stimulus different from previous ones. It's specifically designed to provide sustained support rather than just a one-time payment. You might be asking yourself, is this too good to be true? Well, let me explain why this time it's different. The qualification criteria for this stimulus payment have been carefully structured to ensure it reaches those who need it most. If you're currently receiving Social Security benefits, SSDI, or fall into the low-income senior category, you're likely eligible for this payment. But here's something important you need to know. There are specific income thresholds and requirements that could affect your eligibility. Many viewers have been asking, what exactly are these requirements? Let's break it down. For Social Security recipients, the payment will be automatically added to your regular monthly benefits. No additional application or paperwork is needed. Isn't that a relief? However, there's a catch that you need to be aware of. Your annual income from 2022 will be used to determine your eligibility, and there are certain caps in place. The question many of you are probably asking is, what are these income limits? Well, for individual filers, the threshold is set at $75,000, while joint filers can earn up to $150,000 and still qualify for the full amount. SSDI recipients will follow a similar process, but there are some unique considerations for this group. The payment will be processed through the same channel as your regular SSDI benefits, but timing might vary depending on your payment schedule. A common question I've been getting is, will this affect my SSDI eligibility or amount? The answer is no. This stimulus payment is considered a special payment and won't impact your regular benefits or eligibility status. Low-income seniors have been particularly hard hit by recent economic challenges, and this stimulus package includes special provisions for them. But what exactly qualifies as low income in this context? The threshold has been set to ensure that seniors living on fixed incomes receive the support they need. If you're wondering whether you qualify as a low-income senior, there's a simple way to check. Your annual income should be below $30,000 for individuals or $60,000 for couples. One of the most crucial aspects of this stimulus package is its timing. The July rollout has been strategically planned to provide relief during what typically is a high-expense period for many Americans. But you might be wondering, why July? The timing aligns with several factors, including the processing capacity of government agencies and the urgent need for financial support during the summer months when utility costs often spike. The distribution process has been streamlined compared to previous stimulus payments, learning from past experiences. Remember those long waits and confusion during earlier stimulus rollouts? This time, the process has been optimized for efficiency. The IRS and Social Security Administration have coordinated their efforts to ensure smoother delivery of payments. But what if you haven't received your previous stimulus payments? Don't worry, there's a process for that too. Many viewers have asked about the tax implications of this stimulus payment. Here's the good news. Like previous stimulus payments, this $3,000 is not considered taxable income. You won't need to report it on your tax return, and it won't affect your tax bracket or other benefits. Isn't it refreshing to get financial help without tax complications? The impact of this stimulus payment extends beyond individual recipients. Economic experts predict it will inject approximately $100 billion into the American economy. This raises an interesting question. How will this affect the overall economy? The answer lies in the multiplier effect. When people spend their stimulus money, it creates a ripple effect throughout the economy, potentially benefiting businesses and creating jobs. For those wondering about the payment method, the government will use the same payment information they have on file for your regular benefits. Direct deposit will be the primary method, but paper checks will be available for those without banking information on file. A common question is, what if my banking information has changed? Don't worry, I'll explain the process for updating your information. The stimulus package also includes provisions for special circumstances. What if you're a caregiver for someone who receives Social Security or SSDI? What if you're a recent recipient of these benefits? These situations have been considered in the package, and there are specific guidelines for each case. The key is understanding your particular situation and how it fits within the stimulus framework. One aspect that's particularly important is the verification process. The government has implemented measures to prevent fraud while ensuring eligible recipients receive their payments promptly. You might be wondering, what do I need to do to verify my eligibility? In most cases, nothing. The system will automatically verify your status based on existing records. The timing of the payments will be staggered to ensure smooth processing. Some recipients might receive their payments in early July, while others might see them later in the month. But don't panic if you don't receive your payment immediately. There's a schedule in place, and everyone who qualifies will receive their payment. The question is, how can you track your payment? I'll share some useful resources for that. For those who receive multiple benefits, there's good news: you won't have to choose between them. The stimulus payment is independent of other benefits and won't affect your eligibility for other assistance programs. This includes programs like Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, or housing assistance. Isn't it great to know this extra help won't compromise your other benefits? Looking ahead, there are discussions about potential future stimulus payments. While this July payment is confirmed, many are asking, will there be more stimulus payments in the future? While nothing is certain, I'll keep you updated on any developments. That's why it's crucial to stay connected and informed about these important financial matters. The stimulus package also includes provisions for emergency situations. What if you're facing immediate financial hardship? There are expedited payment options available for certain cases. The key is understanding the criteria and knowing how to apply for emergency consideration if you qualify. For those who might have moved recently, it's crucial to ensure your address is updated with the Social Security Administration or relevant agency. You might be wondering, how do I update my information? I'll provide step-by-step guidance on this process to ensure you don't miss out on your payment. The impact of this stimulus payment on other financial decisions is worth considering. Should you adjust your budget? How should you prioritize this payment? These are personal decisions, but I'll share some expert insights on making the most of this financial boost. One particularly interesting aspect is how this stimulus payment might affect retirement planning. For seniors who are still working or those approaching retirement age, this payment could provide an opportunity to strengthen their financial security. The question is, how can this payment be best used for long-term financial stability? The stimulus package also includes provisions for dependent adults, which is a significant change from previous stimulus payments. If you're caring for an adult dependent, you might be eligible for additional support. This raises the question, what defines a dependent adult in this context? The answer might surprise you. Finally, let's address the implementation timeline. While payments begin in July, the full distribution process might take several weeks. The key is patience and staying informed about your status. Remember, you can always check the official government websites or use the tracking tools provided to monitor your payment. As we wrap up this comprehensive overview of the July stimulus payment, remember that staying informed is crucial. These programs and policies can be complex, and changes may occur as implementation begins. That's why I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and stay connected for the latest updates and information about this and future stimulus programs. Your financial well-being matters, and understanding these benefits is crucial for making informed decisions. Do you have specific questions about how this stimulus payment applies to your situation? Drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share this video with anyone who might benefit from this information. Together, we can navigate these financial developments and make the most of the support available to us. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your financial future. Stay tuned for more updates. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to ensure you don't miss any important information about this stimulus payment and future financial news that could impact you and your loved ones.